So today would be episode 9 of the Fix That Rush Base series, and our topic today is mainly going to be focused around the sneaky goblins, but I first need to address the most recent information and news in Clash of Clans. Now, I've been laying low this weekend because I'm just like, you know what, there's just so much negativity around the game that I just don't need this in my life. I really don't. So last week we had the balancing changes, which everybody was upset about because it targeted the hero equipment that mostly everybody upgraded, you know, in general sense. But then we have this information that came out on September 1st where they made a major change to the gold pass, essentially removing the hero skin and replacing it with a decoration, which most players on YouTube and Reddit and Facebook have made very clear that they are not happy about whatsoever. And I'm with you guys. I get it, because when you look at the history of the season pass, there has been a hero skin in the season pass every single month for the last 5 years minus 1 month. Now, the first skin was released in April of 2019, being the Gladiator King skin, and then they did pull a stunt like this last year, March of 2023, where they released the Painter series of skins, and they were all released as legendary skins, and they actually turned around and bundled all 4 of them for $24.99, which in, you know, the sense of what we're dealing with right now, that's really not a bad price, because if you buy all 4 of the skins this month, they're going to be about $40, you know what I mean? And not everybody is willing to pay for a gold pass and all 4 of the skins, whether you like them or not, and then whatever else that they drop in the game. It becomes a little overwhelming on the pocket, you know what I mean?
Well, this is an interesting turn of events. Now, we recorded that last portion about 24 hours ago, and we have a tweet that they just posted, and it says, "We're here to discuss the recent change made to the gold pass. First, we would like to apologize for your negative experience. It was clear that our approach was not the right one. We intended to offer a more diverse cosmetic that all players could enjoy, and we do believe the Decisive Dice is a high quality and unique decoration. However, the current decoration storage issues many players face, as well as the high perceived value of skins, are things that we failed to anticipate. This being said, we heard you, and we'll be reverting this change in the gold pass. This means the September gold pass will have a hero skin added back, but at the end of the premium track instead, due to technical reasons. The referred skin will be the tabletop RPG Grand Warden skin. Furthermore, gold passes in the following months will have an exclusive seasonal skin in the track. In the future, any planned changes to the gold pass will be communicated in advance and discussed with you, the players, in a more transparent way. Additionally, we'll be adding 20 Starry Ore to everyone on the free track of the gold pass." So first and foremost, well done. They definitely heard your voices. Believe me, I read it all weekend and I was like, oh man, this is not good. But this is, I think, the first time that I've ever seen the game go back on a decision so quickly. So hopefully they stick with the transparency, right?
So we've made some progress on our walls, obviously, because we had a bunch of resources from the season bank that paid out and I needed to get rid of it. Also, I will mention that I will continue to purchase the gold pass because at the end of the day, I know it's a cosmetic item that you guys liked. I liked them too, but there's a lot more perks to the gold pass than just a cosmetic item, and I'm more really buying it for the season bank and the perks, as well as the magic items that I get to stack on top of things that I get for free from clan games, etc. So of course, this will be our second gold pass purchased in this series, and it's time to work on heroes. Like I mentioned in a previous episode, this month we were going to shift all of our attention into upgrading heroes. Also, the Goblin Builder has been removed as of August 31st or September 1st, so we no longer have that 6th builder option at this point, and we did use it a few more times before it did get removed, and we upgraded our clan castle to level 5. But obviously that still doesn't really matter because we don't have a lot of options. We can request troops and we can request 1 spell slot, and that's basically it. So it's kind of useless for a Town Hall 16. Now our builders, since I think it was the early part of the week, no, maybe about midweek last week, have been focused on upgrading our heroes. So we have, I think the king is going to level 17, the queen is going to level 18, the grand warden's going to level 15, and the royal champion is now going to level 10. Now, there is an issue when it comes to the Royal Champion. She's super expensive, even at the lower levels, and it's really, really annoying. I understand that there's far more levels for the King and the Queen, but we haven't gotten there yet. So every time I need to upgrade the champion, I have to go back and grind a ton of Dark Elixir to try to prep up for the other hero upgrades, i.e. the King and the Queen. And then we also have that pit, which is the pets. And right now I'm currently working on Lassie, even though it's completely useless, but I don't want to just have the pet house sitting there idle, I guess you could say. But other than that, I would have to say that we made a really good choice by focusing in on our army camps, because now we can work with a relatively high amount of sneaky goblins. Now this army right here is the one that I use. Actually, I think this needs to be adjusted just a little bit. We normally run 2 jump spells, 3 invisibility spells, and 4 of the haste spells. And what I'm doing with this army is basically going out for resource collection. I think that that's pretty clear. But then we're also trying to stay up in a relatively high trophy range. So I'm trying to avoid losing as much as possible, minus the fact that my defense, you know, how did this guy only get 90%? That doesn't make sense when everybody else prior to him got 100%, minus this guy that was just using sneaky goblins. But this base has been wrecked for like ever. It's horrible. It's horrible, but it is what it is. When we get into the attack log though, you'll see that my biggest focus has been Dark Elixir for the most part. 7,000, 10,000, 7,000, almost 8,000, etc., etc. I think in the hour that I had a training boost activated, I claimed 127,000 Dark Elixir in that hour, which has gone towards my preparations for the Royal Champion, which will be coming back really, really soon. And what we're trying to do here is claim resources, clear the town hall, stay up in a high trophy range. That way, every time we have a star bonus, we get a higher amount of ore, which reminds me that we need to jump into our blacksmith, because I kind of shifted my priority a little bit. Now, I don't really know, because we haven't gotten the opportunity to test the changes with the balancing and really provide you solid information or factual information on what are going to be the better options to upgrade. But for me, looking at the buff regarding the earthquake boots, I thought that that might be a good place to put my resources for now. This might be a mistake. We'll find out in the upcoming month or so, but I did go ahead and upgrade my earthquake boots from level 1 to level 9 the other day. It doesn't matter because the king's down for upgrade anyways, but that's where I put my ore, just to go ahead and have some sort of progress going on here. We also put some levels on the frozen arrow and the magic mirror, but who knows? We'll see how it plays out as time goes on. All right, so with all that mentioned, let me go ahead and go over the plan for the next month. Right now we have clan whirlies going on, and I decided not to sign up for it in my clan because all I have is sneaky goblins, and that's really not a suitable army to war with. I mean, sure, we can take down the town hall, and then we can also possibly have our heroes with a hero potion activated to try to get the 2nd star, but there's just no guarantees with it. So here's what we're gonna do. I have a builder focused on the laboratory at the moment. We got 5 more hours, or technically 6 hours left on this upgrade. I think when he finishes, we're going to shift him over to a barracks to start getting some levels there to try to unlock some other troops that we could potentially use in Clan War Leagues next month. And then we also have the heroes that we're going to continuously keep them down over the next couple of weeks and see how many levels we can get there. But when Clan War League starts, I will stop upgrading them, because obviously we can't use them while they're upgrading yet. I hope that changes, but I don't know. And we'll use hero potions there to try to get something going in Clan War Leagues to start claiming additional resources and additional ore. I'm fully aware by not warring that I'm missing out on resources, but I just know that right this second it's kind of pointless, because the base itself or the village that I put into war is going to get wrecked. I need to at least get some stars back to try to balance it out a little bit, or I'm basically just hurting my clan in the first place, right? So let me show you a few examples of how this army is used. The sneaky goblins are the best army to use for the collection of resources and possibly a little bit of trophy pushing. I wouldn't say fast trophy pushing because it's really, really slow, but from Town Hall 11 to Town Hall 16, this army has served me very, very well over the years, and there's just no question about whether it's going to be better than anything else when it comes to farming resources. Now, I'm trying to find a base that's got some suitable resources here, and so far I'm not having any luck, and it might just be that time of the day. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but there are times of the day where the resources are just not that great. Okay, this one's okay, and I would consider passing it up in most cases because the town hall's in the core, and the first goal is to get the win. You know, like, I don't want to lose trophies in most cases because I don't want to drop back down, and it's already hard enough to stay up here as it is. So I'm going to prioritize taking resources from the outside of the base. So it only takes one sneaky goblin per. You know, a lot of you guys that are super experienced know this already because you've gotten onto me for using more than one sneaky goblin on these types of things. But then you'll notice that we have elixir around the base, and the fastest path to the town hall would be from the bottom of the base. So let's try to take these storages out. Actually, the drill was still standing, so the sneaky goblins got a little distracted there. Stupid. And we're gonna go ahead and send in a couple super wall breakers to open up that wall, and there is an opening there right there where the monolith sits. So this is where we're going to use our haste spell. So let's go 1, 2, 3, try to interlock them as best as we possibly can. Let's send in a few scouts. A lot of times I'm looking for the invisibility spell towers because they will hide the town hall and I'll lose a bunch of sneaky goblins, but then we're just gonna knife them to the center. They are under invisibility for 4 seconds, but we need to go ahead and drop another invisibility, and now we have to wait because there's a poison there, and I wanna get to that dark elixir. I could go through the top to do it as well. Actually, that might be the safest bet. It depends on whether the haste lasts or not. No, the hastes are wearing off now. So let's go ahead and take these storages right here. And then there's a storage there. And then we're going to have to try to rush that dark elixir. Okay, in the situation where we have to deal with the dark elixir storage, we kind of need to come back just a little bit on our invisibility because we don't want to hide it, and we should be able to take it out really, really easily. So it's just the placement of the invisibility spell that's important, because if you place it too close over the building, it will hide the building, and then your troops will retarget and go elsewhere. But this is basically the army that I've been using in succession over and over and over again to maintain the amount of resources that I have to collect to put the heroes down. Now, keep in mind that this is September, so we should be seeing an update to Clash of Clans in the upcoming weeks. So make sure you guys are subscribed for sneak peeks, and we'll see you in the next one.